So Matt, how do we reconcile two things that seem a little bit at odds here? On the one hand, we've just established that mTOR is the most important sensor we have, not just for nutrients, but perhaps more importantly, the most critical nutrients of them all, which are amino acids. We also understand that sarcopenia is an enormous risk to both lifespan and health span. Sarcopenia meaning low muscle mass. So we understand the relationship between amino acids and muscle mass. We understand anabolic resistance in an aging population. So all of these things say amino acids are good. mTOR activation, i.e. anabolic activation, is good. And yet we've just made a very compelling case for why blocking that extends lifespan. How would you start to reconcile what seems conflicting?
Yeah, so I mean, it's obviously going to be extremely complicated. I think I'd start by going back to a point that I made 5 minutes ago or so, which is that these are not on-off switches, right? So you really need to think about this in the context of what is the optimal level of mTOR complex 1 activity for whatever it is that the cell, the tissue, the organ, the organism needs to do to function or stay alive, right? So certainly we know that you need mTOR activation to build new muscle. And so the idea was that rapamycin treatment, inhibiting mTOR, turning down mTOR, should lead to faster muscle loss. That was the prediction that was made, so that rapamycin should induce sarcopenia if you were to treat animals with rapamycin as they were getting older. That was the prediction that was made. The reality turns out to be the opposite. That it seems to be the case, certainly in rats, probably in mice. We don't have data yet in people, frustratingly, but certainly in rodents, that you can treat them with rapamycin throughout adulthood and actually preserve muscle mass into old age. So the explanation for that, I would say, is still a little bit unclear. Almost certainly it's going to be at least partly dose. If you were to give them too much rapamycin, you probably would, in fact, accelerate sarcopenia. But at the doses that have been used to increase lifespan, it seems like you can actually preserve muscle mass during aging.